Stop waiting for the other shoe to drop. Get positive. Quit living for the other shoe to drop. Hello, y'all. I'm Diana Brienne. You know, I'm amazed at how many people live their lives centered around the other shoe dropping. They're in fear of the future. They're in fear of what's going to happen. Now, granted, I understand that because, well, I was kind of the type of person that always tried to forecast out, and I still do, but I don't live my life in the fear of the other shoe dropping. And yet, it can drop. I got that. But when we put our focus on the other shoe dropping, we take our focus off of preventing it from dropping. And so I believe that what happens is when we're so focused on possible negative things happening, it takes our energy from creating the positive in our lives. I think being realistic is very important. I think we should always think about what can possibly happen, what can possibly go wrong, so that A, we can hopefully prevent it. B, we can have a plan for if it does happen. And then I believe that it's important to implement a positive strategy for creating what it is that we want and focusing on that. Often the other shoe does not drop. And even if it does drop, we will already have a plan in place to deal with it, while at the same time we were focused on creating and building our best life. Often people will let a negative event totally stop them. And I understand that sometimes life does stop for a while. Sometimes we have to stop things in order to deal with a problem, a crisis, a difficulty. I got that. I've had my share of those kinds of things in my life where I had to put a lot of things on hold to focus on one thing and dealing with that. And yet most of the time, life is not like that. Most of the time, it's small things that can happen that we can let ourselves get totally sidetracked, totally distracted from the bigger picture of creating a wonderful life for ourselves. I believe in dealing with our problems. I believe in coming up with great plans and strategies in order to implement if a problem comes up. And yet, I believe in keeping my focus and my attitude in a positive realm so that I can move forward in the most positive way. In other words, I keep my focus on the things that I want to achieve. Yes, I know that I have a plan in place if the other shoe drops or something happens. And I know also that I'll deal as effectively and best I can, and I'm not going to worry about it. You know, my daddy, he used to always say, it's all going to work out. And my mama used to say, we'll get through this together. And my grandpa, he just went to bed and he didn't let nothing bother him. I think sometimes he let grandma do all the worrying, but she really didn't. She prayed a lot. She did a lot of praying in our lives, let me tell you. And those prayers have stuck with us all the way. Just because someone prays a prayer doesn't mean after that prayer is done, that it's over. That prayer lasts forever. I believe that prayer request is out there forever and always. And so I think grandma's prayers are still covering us to this day. And so, yeah. So in other words, let go of all this unneeded worry, panic, and fear, if at all possible, and stay focused on the positives of life. From my house to yours, may God bless you. And I hope to talk to you soon again. Bye-bye.